How do I do it all? The Brezza gives me the power.
Aksar had the last two games where he'd had really successful power play outings. One of them against an RCB side where he got two left-handers in the same over. Would you have wanted him to use himself in the power play after seeing what happened?
Yeah, I think definitely for an over at least because they were going after pace and you needed to slow things down not only time wise but also in terms of giving pace to the batsmen. I felt they missed a little trick there, but eventually we have seen Kuldeep not finishing his overs as well. That is quite strange because you wanted wickets through the middle. But one thing we have noticed is whenever people have used their feet against Kuldeep, he has struggled a little bit. We have seen Rinku Singh do that of back-to-back balls. So sometimes he does struggle when people use their feet against him. But eventually, I feel, as Wasim bhai said, both of them will be happy with what has happened in the first innings.
I do want to ask whether you all think Akshar Patel, and we've noticed this in a few games, he bowled himself out before Pooran came into bat in the reverse fixture against Lucknow. He didn't bowl himself when Pooran was batting in the first game. We've seen other instances of him being reluctant to bowl to certain left-handers. Do you come to expect that from a bowler who's established himself, who's a T20 World Cup winner, who's done a lot more and proven himself in front of left-handed batters too?
I think he got Venkatesh Iyer out today. That was a period.
Which is all the more, excuse me, which is all the more reason I ask.
Yeah.
When Sunil Narayan has got off to the kind of start he has,
Yeah.
should he be backing himself a little more?
I think so. I think he should have used at least 1 over himself, considering in the last game he got 2 wickets of the left-handers. He brought himself on because that was the time where the game could have gone had Venki Iyer got hold of him in that over. But he picked up that wicket, brought DC into the game. So I think against Nicholas Pooran you would understand because Pooran is a different beast altogether. But I think against all the other batters he should back himself.
Yeah, I also think that, what is important to also analyze very early is what is the surface offering. And if the surface was offering maybe a little more turn, I feel that might have prompted him to bowl in that power play phase. Having said that, I feel there are times when as a captain, you're also between a rock and a hard place with you putting yourself as an option as against using the other available options in that side. Chimera, he's been brought in recently to join this DC side. So, of course, his USP is bowling in that first phase and in the last phase. So he's given opportunity too, and I just feel that, at times you have to be a little more determined, as you mentioned, take the bull by the horns, use your confidence, back yourself. I feel we overread sometimes this matchup with, ball spinning away from a batter's outside edge. We can also, I think, as bowlers, trouble batters with the ball turning, inside and beating the inside edge as well. So I just feel that at times captains could be a little more enterprising and use that option.
Saw a prominent example of that just last night when Sai Kishore, who's been one of GT's best bowlers, did not bowl all through that Suryavanshi Jaiswal assault. Akshar, especially considering he also has the layer of having been a good controlling bowler in the power play for India, for other teams in the past. You come to expect more of him?
Yeah, absolutely. And also he has become a much, much better bowler in the recent past. He varies his pace well, also bowls that undercutter which goes away from the left-hander. And he has good height, so he's never too full to a batsman. He's always bowling those good lengths. I think he should have definitely bowled in the power play today.